Hello and welcome to another Tech Talk brought to you by the Albert Lea Public Library. For today's Tech Talk, I'm going to give you a brief overview of Instagram. You may have heard of Instagram before, maybe you use it yourself, but it's becoming more and more popular as a social network, so I thought I would just kind of give you the basics of how it works. So Instagram is a photo and video sharing social network for smartphones. You have to use the Instagram app in order to access everything. And so its focus is to share photos and videos. And so because of that, it's pretty simple to use. And one of the reasons why it's becoming more popular because it has one core function rather than many features. So if you think of Facebook, you've got walls, you can add photos, you can add events, all these kinds of things, groups. Instagram, you follow people, you share photos and videos, and that's about it. There's a couple other features, live videos, things like that, but it's very simple to use. And you may have heard of like photo filters. Instagram has some filters and also some editing features I'll talk about a little bit later. And while it doesn't catch everything, it does have some strict rules on offensive posts. So it's fairly safe to use. So in order to get started with Instagram, you download the app from your app store. Like I said, it works through an app on smartphones. You can download the app for tablets, but it's going to look pretty small because it's optimized just for smartphones. Then you can create an account, email address, password. If you want, you can link it to your Facebook account. You can link it to your Twitter account. If you link it to your Facebook account, it'll automatically look at your friends and see if they have an Instagram and try to match you up. Because of some of the safety, privacy features involved with linking all your social media accounts, I definitely recommend not doing it. But if you're comfortable with it, by all means, that's up to you. And then just like Facebook, you can add a little profile picture that people see when they look at your account. So that's helpful. So Instagram allows you to upload photos from your camera, or you can take a picture right in the Instagram app. And then, as I mentioned, in addition to filters, it has some editing options in the app itself. So you can crop, some lighting features, things like that. And then, just like Facebook, you can like posts, you can comment on people's photos, you can share things. So very similar in some respects, however, it's focused on sharing photos and videos. So you don't just write a text post unless it's a photo that you've taken. And then you can make your account private, so that means that no one can see your photos except for people that follow you. And so then you would get like a follow request, similar to you get a friend's request. You'd get a follow request from someone and you can approve it or not approve it to keep your account private. And again, for security, it's recommended that you keep your account private. But the comfort level that you're willing to take, that's up to you. And then just some common terms on Instagram. Instagram does use hashtags like Twitter, so you have the pound sign and then whatever you're trying to say. If your account is public, people can search that hashtag and see photos. A post is the photos and videos that you share on Instagram with other people. They show up in your feed or in other people's feeds that have followed you. So your feed is where you see the pictures of those that you have friended. So the posts that they post. I mentioned the filters. Those are lighting effects that you can apply to photos in Instagram to make them have different lighting, different effects, things like that. And then Instagram's stories show up at the top of your feed, and you can upload a story, photo or video, and that's that means that it's visible for 24 hours. So anyone that's followed you can see it for 24 hours, and then otherwise it gets deleted after that. So some people prefer that option, but if you just want to post a regular picture, you can just post it. So really quick overview of Instagram. As I mentioned, it's fairly simple and straightforward to get started with. You can search Instagram for famous people. You can search for your friends if they allow that, and have put their name on there. You can search by hashtags. So if you want to see pictures of Minnesota and you do hashtag Minnesota, you can look at people who have public profiles who have used that hashtag. So it's becoming more and more popular these days. So it's good to get kind of an overview of the basics of what Instagram is about. If you're not on Instagram, wondering about it, if you know people that are on it, it's a great way to see photos from other people. So while you can upload photos to something like, say, Facebook, it's a little bit harder to navigate Facebook because you have posts, you have photos, you have events, you have groups, you have all these different kinds of things, whereas Instagram is strictly photos. So it's a great way to share photos with just kind of friends and family that you may want to share some things with. So I hope you found this introduction to Instagram useful, and we'll be back next week with another tech talk.